We also wanted to talk about the Copa America quarterfinals that happened over this last week, specifically because I was lucky enough to go to one of the matches, Argentina versus Ecuador in Houston. So that was, I think, the first quarterfinal. Argentina won on penalties.
Messi
Messi
missed a
missed
penalty
his
again.
penalty. Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
went for
tried a
a Panenka.
panenka. Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? I think he started to believe in his own legend and myth a little bit too much. But I think Ecuador overall played well. I was looking forward to seeing Kendrick, Paez, and Caicedo play. They both played really well, so I was happy with that particular result. So Argentina are through. The other match that happened was Canada and Venezuela. And
Surprise package
yeah,
Canada.
surprise
Oh,
packet
wow.
Canada and led by Jesse Marsh,
Yeah.
the former coach of Leeds. And the other thing with the Jesse Marsh story is that, of course, the US have been knocked out. They are hosting this tournament that they've been knocked out in the group stages. I think Jesse Marsh wanted to be the US coach at some point of time, and US
Oh.
said no, and they continued to stay with Greg Berhalter, who's been pretty horrible. So it's a personal victory for Jesse Marsh as well. I think he's been able to guide the Canadian team to a semi-final performance. That's pretty amazing, I think. Uh, what were the other matches, Adim? You want to talk about the other matches?
Yeah, so the other match was a one-sided hammering, if they
Yes.
can be said something like that. Colombia versus Panama.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, they scored 5 goals, so I don't think it was unexpected.
James
I think Colombia.
Rodriguez is back though. He's playing so
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So Luis Diaz was doing well. It was a proper performance from Colombia. I don't think Panama had a chance. So the fourth quarterfinal was the very interesting one.
Hmm.
Uruguay versus Brazil.
Hmm.
Uh, Another terrible game,
Yeah.
0-0 throughout. But again, for Copa, they don't actually do the 30 minutes of extra time once the
Yes.
scores are the same. They go direct to penalties,
Directly
which
to
is,
the panel, which is good,
thank
I think.
God,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's been a discussion that the extra time should only be taking place in the finals because
Hmm.
it fits the occasion, whereas the other times you should just do the penalties. But yeah, it made sense. So Brazil missed two penalties, Eder Militao and Douglas Luiz.
Yep.
Uruguay missed just one through Jimenez, and Uruguay are through. So the biggest talking point from the quarterfinals is that Canada has progressed farther in a Copa America than Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
Absolutely, they
would
have.
have thought that? So,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, right, that the Copa America always invites one or two countries from outside the South American countries because they don't have enough players, enough teams to set two groups or three groups, whatever. But this is unexpected. I don't think anybody expected or believed that Canada had any chance of even making it out of the group, let alone to the semifinals, where they will actually face Argentina.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think they played Argentina
Yes,
once
in the
already.
group stage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Argentina
it was a
beat
very
them 2
close
nil.
game.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they
Argentina
had
beat
the
them
chance.
2-0. Yeah. Yeah. It was close. Yeah. But they did end up winning. You're right.
Yeah.
And then
So
the next, yeah, the other one is basically going to be Uruguay versus Colombia. I think that's going to be a better game.
yeah, so the funny thing is Brazil have been terrible
Yeah,
in
pretty
the
poor.
tournament. So even before this tournament, a few of my friends who follow the Brazilian team, they told me that Brazil don't have a chance of doing it, and I was like, how is that possible? You look at the sheer talent that they have. They've got
Yeah.
Rodrigo, they've got Vinicius. I
Vinny
think they've
Vinny
got
Jr. was I think suspended or something for this game that they lost
Acha, fair
against
enough.
Uruguay. Yeah.
But he was there still. I mean, he's
Yeah.
there part of the side. They've got Alison Becker, who's possibly the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
Your defense is pretty good with Eder Militao. And who's the other guy? I don't know.
Uh,
There's
Blair
Gabriel.
Marquinhos.
Marquinhos, Gabriel is there. Your midfield is very good because I think you've got Bruno Guimaraes and a
Yeah.
few others. So they came second in the group, first and foremost.
Yep.
They finished behind Colombia, and that's why they got uh, oh wow, that's why they got this thing, Uruguay. So had they maybe won it, they would have gotten Panama, and it would have been Uruguay versus Colombia. Either way, Ronaldinho was right. He said that the
Yeah.
Brazilian team has been terrible. I'm not going to watch them
Yeah.
anymore. That was some kind of a this thing advertisement or something. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah. Yeah.
remember.
But unfortunately, it
But
came through.
but it came true. So yeah, it's strange that you see Brazil with so much talent, yet they're not being able to form similar to what England have done, similar to what France are doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. France at least progress and they win things, but it's been very unfortunate for
Hmm.
Brazil. The Brazilian wonder kid started yesterday, Kendrick, who's the
Oh,
new Real Madrid player. I think he had one successful pass, and that was during
yes.
kickoff.
The kickoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 17 years old though. I mean, you've got to cut him some slack, but yeah, that just goes to show what a poor performance it was from everybody in the team.
I mean, had it been anybody else, they would have ripped into him. But he's
Yeah,
17. I think that's
yeah,
why he's getting a pass. But it's a shocking stat that
yeah,
the only pass you've had in the entire game. So
yeah,
just to be clear, he played the entire game, the
yeah.
first 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
It's not
Yeah,
like he came off the bench.
yeah,
It's not like he came off at halftime or
yeah,
with the last 10 minutes or something.
yeah.
That's the only pass he made.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, right? Because it's more emblematic of how poor the overall team was. There was no
Mm.
cohesion, there was no like passing in between the players. And of course, Uruguay played like Uruguay. They are a very physical side. They made a lot of hard tackles and they didn't give any space or time. That's expected, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed that Brazil got knocked out. But I think that's what they deserved at the end of the day.
Yep. So we've got Argentina, Canada, and Uruguay, Colombia. I predict Argentina obviously going through. I would
Yeah.
love Canada to go through, but Argentina should be too strong for them. The other one will be interesting. We've got Marcelo Bielsa ball with Uruguay, and he's got
Hmm.
them all playing a great brand of football. But then Colombia seem to be in really, really
Good
uh,
form, yeah.
good form. So
That's going to be a
it's
close
tough
game.
to call, but
Yeah.
I think Colombia might just go through. I think Colombia might win the Copa, which would be quite an achievement for them.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know who would win there because Uruguay themselves weren't that great yesterday against Brazil.
Hmm.
Colombia have been in good form. James pulling the strings. They've got good attackers. They've got Luis Diaz, Liverpool. They've got good players all around. So let's see what happens. I think it's going to be an Argentina, maybe Uruguay final. I don't know. I always feel that all these physical sides somehow foul their way to the finals and kind of kick and scream and get their way to the finals. Let's see what happens there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's going to be an interesting discussion next week when all of these matches are done, and then we have new champions in the Copa, and then obviously the Euros as well.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. So, thank you everyone for watching all these videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are also making shorts out of these videos. Let us know if you're liking those. We're taking out small nuggets. Please give us your feedback and let us know what we can do better. And then, keep watching all the soccer that's going around and see you next week.